You know, LeBron James' shadow continues over Cleveland's playoff fortunes. They have 6 playoff wins this postseason. They've only eclipsed that once without LeBron James there, and that was in 1992 when they had 9 wins and then lost the Eastern Conference Finals to Chicago. The series lead on the line in Detroit tonight, the Cavs and the Pistons. We turn it over to Mike Green, Richard Jefferson, Tim Legler, and Lisa Salters.
Ernie, thank you. Home court advantage alive and well in this Eastern Conference semifinal. Pistons dominant in Detroit all season long, and they won games 1 and 2. And then the Cavs, their turn to serve up some hometown cooking in Cleveland to even up this series. Can a road team finally break through? We're going to find out, perhaps at Little Caesars Arena. It's been deafening throughout the playoffs, this arena, as we get set for the critical Game 5 in this best-of-7 series. The oldest Piston, Tobias Harris, looking to continue his stellar play in these 2026 playoffs. The oldest Cav, James Harden, looks like he's ready, and he's coming off 2 strong performances in games 3 and 4. As we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by Michelob Ultra. Well, in the brackets, we've seen 2 second-round sweeps and 2 series that are still very much up for grabs. And good evening, everyone. With Tim Legler, Mike Green on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well. Winning on the road is critical for playoff success, and so far in these playoffs, the road team has won 25 times. In this series, a big fat 0. Neither one has been able to win on the road. Pistons coming off 2 road losses. For them to get back on track, it's pretty simple. Cade Cunningham and defense.
It's our calling card all season, and I'm going to start with the defense to show you what Detroit Pistons defense typically looks like. A lot of rim protection. They flood to the paint, make it very difficult to finish around the rim, and a lot of ball pressure on the perimeter to trigger turnovers, to allow them to get in the open floor where their offense can thrive. That defense will set the stage for Cade Cunningham to be great offensively later in the game. Now, he has not had a big breakout offensive scoring game in this series. He's been very good, but he hasn't gone off yet. You wonder if tonight is one of those nights he's due, so the Pistons can try to go up 3-2.
Meanwhile, for the Cavs, they were down 2-0. They lost the first 2 games on the road, but get those 2 wins in Cleveland. Did they figure something out, Legs?
I think they did. At halftime, their season was hanging in the balance in Game 4. They came out in that 3rd quarter and they played much faster. Now the Pistons contributed because there was freedom of movement. They weren't as physical, and as a result, they unlocked their offense. And in particular, Donovan Mitchell got going. He had a half for the ages, 39 points, and he did it in a variety of ways. A bunch of floaters in the lane. He hit the deep shot. He got to the foul line. He took over the game, and the Detroit Pistons really had no answer once a player this great got into that kind of rhythm. Now, they have not translated this to wins on the road yet in the postseason. I think Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, both are going to have to answer the call here in Game 5.
Well, can tonight be the one they finally figured out to win on the road? With more on that, we check in for the first time with Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, the Cavaliers haven't won a road game yet throughout these entire playoffs, but they believe that they rediscovered something back in Cleveland, something they are hoping made the 2.5-hour drive here to Detroit tonight, and that's momentum and confidence. They both matter, said head coach Kenny Atkinson. And now that the Cavaliers have evened this series at 2 games apiece, he said they need to find a way to build off that tonight. Evan Mobley said, we have to bring our own energy. He said it's going to be a different crowd, but we've got to produce our own energy by playing together and stealing one here. James Harden said he thinks the Cavs did unlock something offensively in Game 3 and were able to capitalize on that even more in Game 4. We found something, Harden said. Now we got to carry that same swagger into Detroit and win one on the road. You've been watching NBA Courtside, presented by Michelob Ultra.
NBA Courtside is presented by Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, just 29 calories.
Welcome back to Detroit. In the past 24 hours, it brought the NBA family incredibly sad news as we lost 2 wonderful young men the talented Grizzly Brandon Clark and the brave and kind soul Jason Collins. Pistons PA announcer John Mason moments ago paid tribute.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to take a moment of silence. Brandon Clark, a beloved member of the Memphis Grizzlies since 2019, whose leadership and passion earned him the respect throughout the Memphis community and around the league, passed away at the age of 29 years old. And 13-year NBA player and NBA Cares ambassador, Jason Collins, he died after a long battle with brain cancer. He broke barriers, the positivity impact the sports world for generations to come. He'll always be remembered for his bravery and his kindness. At this time, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence to honor Brandon Clark and Jason Collins.
How did you silence the chatter tonight?
What chatter?
Harden, 3-ball.
Got it!
What chatter?
Donovan Mitchell is feeling the groove. It's a Cavaliers.
We got it.
Trust where we've been and our identity. I know we'll take the crib.
That hard hat mentality, that's who we are.
He is made for the big stage.
I'm excited about the challenge coming forward. A hostile environment's going to be a lot of fun.
And here we go. It's the Cavs and the Pistons in the NBA playoffs. And it's presented by Google. As we welcome you to Detroit for the conference semifinals, delivered by Chipotle. On an overcast night here in Detroit, whatever word you want to use, critical usually is the one. Pivotal, that's another one. We can throw a lot of the cliches out, but this is huge, this game, to see who will take a 3-2 lead in this best-of-7 series. Starting lineups brought to you by Popeyes. And for Cleveland, no change in their starting lineup. For Detroit, some rough news. Duncan Robinson got some back woes. He will not play. So Dennis Jenkins will play his first playoff start. The second-year guard did start 19 games during the course of the regular season. Hello again, everyone. And we want to say hello to our beloved partner, Richard Jefferson, who's not with us once again, still trying to recover what has been a nasty battle with the flu. In a sign of solidarity, we considered shaving our heads to show him how much we miss him, and then we realized that's ridiculous. Let's just say get better.
Well, my head is not round enough like Richard's. Also, I want to say, RJ, there's a lot more room for activities for me here at the desk. There's a lot more space, so I'm enjoying, but I want you back, brother. Hope to see you soon.
We miss you, bud, and hopefully that'll be this coming weekend as we're set to go for this one. Meanwhile, Cade Cunningham, for him, 2 subpar games in those 2 games in Cleveland, and we've seen in the short time in his career, he usually bounces back in a very loud way.
Yeah, he's been very good, but we're waiting for spectacular. And now this is the kind of game, a pivotal Game 5, trying to hold home court advantage. This might be the night you see that out of Cade Cunningham, but the Cavaliers have done a great job defensively, giving him a lot of traffic.
Well, as any NBA playoff series goes on, the competitive disdain increases. The pressure's felt a little bit more. The momentum swings feel heavier, and emotions run higher. Who's going to grab that 3-2 lead and be 1 victory away from an Eastern Conference Final appearance? Detroit has been so good at home all season, 32-9 in front of this crazy crowd. They did lose 1 home game in the playoffs. That was the first game of the playoffs. Game 1 first round against Orlando. Since then, they've won 5 in a row. That's been one of the neat things about